Hello and welcome to another episode of Wannabe Entrepreneur. Today I have another interview for you. I am actually interviewing someone that is not from Trivago for the first time, so that's quite exciting. I'm interviewing Giuseppe. Hello, Giuseppe.
Hello, Tiago. How are you doing?
Very good. Thank you so much for joining.
That's all right. Thank you for the opportunity.
So we met each other on Reddit.
Yeah.
And I think Reddit is such an amazing platform. There's so many cool people there. And I think I was sharing my podcast. I do that a lot. And then you answered on a thread and said, like, if you want to interview someone, I would be willing to participate. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm always open to, getting my knowledge and my startup out in front of different channels, and podcasts are obviously on the up since lockdown. So I can always more than happy to get involved in if I can help.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. And I'm very excited because the people that I interviewed previously, I actually knew them before.
Okay.
But now I don't know you, and that's great because everything I'm hearing, it's new. So that's super exciting. So maybe do you want to introduce yourself in a couple of words so that, myself and the listeners kind of know who is Giuseppe?
Yeah, sure. My name's Giuseppe Milazzo from the UK. And I'm the founder of an exciting startup called Contapp. So what Contapp is, in a nutshell, is we're trying to digitalize the way that we manage and use business cards in today's digital world, whilst also reducing paper waste globally. So we're a bootstrap tech startup, and the route that we're taking now is very innovative, and it will be great to share with you guys and the listeners what Contapp's about, really.
Right. And you said you're a bootstrap startup. So what does that mean?
Yeah, so a bootstrap tech startup basically means that we've got no outside investment. Everything that we've done is all in-house. Cool. So at Contapp, my background before was marketing and graphic design. Mm-hmm. So everything you see at Contapp is done by myself. So from marketing, graphic design, social media, the app designs, everything's done by myself. The only thing outsourced is the actual app development. In terms of Contapp, we've got no outside investment, and we've started with no marketing at all, no money paid for marketing at all.
I think those are the more exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so how big is the team actually?
So the team is literally just me, and then the outsourced team is probably about 5 to 7 on iOS and Android.
Right.
They're actually based in India, so I've obviously not met them before. Contapp started just at the start of COVID, so obviously there was no way of meeting them. I've only spoke to on Zoom and video calls.
So basically, that's kind of your biggest investment, you'd say, right? So
100%, yeah. And that is our only investment, really.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've saved a lot of money doing the branding myself, graphic design and marketing. So the only outgoings we've really got is outsourcing the development.
Right. Yeah, I mean, in that regard, I'm quite lucky because I am a software developer, so I can just, code it myself. Sometimes it's not the best. I'm a back-end developer, not a front-end. Yep. But at least to bootstrap, and create some MVPs, I can do that for, without having to invest any money.
Yeah.
But it's great that you found a great group of developers. And I guess because it's in India, it could be a little bit cheaper than if it was maybe in Europe.
Yeah. 100%. Just to give you an idea, I got a quote from a company in London when I started Contapp, and they gave me a quote of £80,000 to £100,000.
Wow!
And at the time, I'd just left my job, and I was only 24 years old. And I thought, if this doesn't go right, then $100,000 is a lot of money to lose.
Yes.
Whereas these guys have done a lot of interviewing, and these guys came up on top with probably like 10% of that cost. So Yeah, and the work they produce is really good quality as well.
Definitely. I mean, they have great engineers. I worked with a lot of people from India, and they are amazing
Yeah,
engineers.
I completely agree. Technology is like integrated in their blood, isn't it? So,
Exactly. Yeah.
so
And I mean, that's already a great tip for anyone that is starting their own business, or if they want to do a web-based business. Yeah, just try to find developers in maybe cheaper countries like India.
yeah.
And which platform, by the way? Where did you find them?
So we found them on Crunch.
Crunch.
Yes, a Crunch or Crunchbase. Can't remember.
Crunchbase, yeah.
And yeah, obviously there's a lot of developers on there with different reviews, and how we went about it was basically just to interview them, like give them some questions and come back with some feedback.
Right.
So yeah, if anyone's thinking of going down that route, definitely take time on choosing the right developers.
Yes.
Because you don't want to keep chopping and changing different developers on every product. Because the best way someone described it was when you're building a house, you don't want different builders building a different part of the house. You just want to stick with one company or one person to build that house.
Definitely.
It's exactly the same as web development, as you'd probably agree as well.
Yeah, totally. Okay, let's go back to the beginning. How did you come up with the idea?
So, as I mentioned earlier, my career has always been in marketing. So I was going to a lot of networking events and exhibitions, and I always used to come back to the office with piles of business cards in my pockets. And I always used to remember that, I could never remember who gave me that business card, what we spoke about, where we met. And I just end up with a bag full of business cards, basically.
Right, yeah.
So, you'd go back to the office and, manually type in every person's detail and then throw it away. So I was thinking there must be an easier way to, manage these, because there's a lot of paper here, there's a lot of waste, and it's very time consuming. So I had a look at the App Store, downloaded the top 5, and I was really disappointed, really, of how the quality and how bad these apps were actually built. They were hard to use. They didn't look very good to, obviously not very user friendly. They were clunky, and they were actually making more problems than solutions. So, given my design background, I designed a few mock-ups of what I liked from an app point of view, and also worked on what I didn't like about what was already available. Done some market research and identified the gap in the market, really.
Right.
And yeah, that was a point then when I started researching for developers, and about 5 months later, we launched in the app stores.
5 months only? Wow.
Yeah, so from the point of contacting the developers, the main reason for that was because I designed every single page in the app. So it was very easy for them to say, we've got the designs there, now we just make it into an actual app.
That's fascinating for me because, as a software developer, so the first steps for my every idea and for change it was basically the same. Yeah. I found that there's a problem. I download the first, the top 10 apps or top 5 apps.
Yeah.
I try to work with them. If I don't like them, I decide, okay, maybe I can do better. So that's exactly the same. The place where we actually change is that then, since I have the expertise, I start building the app and I have no design expertise. So my app is super ugly, but I build it. And you, since you have more design background, you start going into the design, into the market research, and all of these steps, which are also very important.
Yeah. Cool.
Did you build like a mock-up, those click dummies that people can kind of play around with the app?
So once the app was actually built, we tested it on test flight. So then I could.
So what is that? Sorry.
So test flight is like a beta app where you can basically use the app in test format,
right?
As if it was a real app.
Okay, but in this case, the app was already built. The code was already there, right?
Yeah, that's right. So once development was done and before actually going live on the App Store, they made it live on test flight. So then I could obviously use it as an actual app.
Okay.
Before it going live.
And even though, of course, it's the development, it's much cheaper than if it was maybe in Europe. It's still quite an investment. So
Oh yeah, of course.
how did you take the leap? What was the tipping point that you decided, okay, I have here the designs? Like, did you get some feedback? Did you try to build up a business model before you actually investing? How was it?
So we got a lot of feedback from obviously friends, families. I used my LinkedIn network as well, which was a really good tool to have. And then I basically put my app against the top 3 in the App Store. And, you know, there was so much potential for Contapp compared to what was already available. I mean, just to give you an idea, the number 1 app in the App Store for business cards is Abby Card Reader. If you had a look at their app, you'd think, how the hell have they got 10 million plus downloads? So, you know, because we focused on the negatives of what was already available and then added more features to it, that kind of gave me a thought that, you know, it's £10,000. If I don't do it, I'm going to kick myself in a year's time. You know, these apps do, you know, turn around and, you know, become really popular, especially during COVID, where, you know, people can't meet each other.
Exactly, yeah.
People don't really want to hand out business cards. The environmental impact as well. So I think there was such a big opportunity for Contapp, especially the way that we've put ourselves in the marketplace. In terms of our social media, we got a really cool brand. The thing for me was if I don't do it now, I'm gonna probably regret it in the future. So
yeah, I mean that's a totally valid reason. And actually, you spoke about the environment, and I read in the app description that 7.2 million trees are destroyed every year to create business cards. It's crazy.
Exactly that. Yeah, so 7.2 million trees are destroyed every year just for business cards alone. So
that's absurd.
That's crazy, and not just that, but 10 billion business cards are printed every year.
Exactly, yeah.
And 88% are thrown away within 1 week.
So,
you know, that was another reason for this app really, was because by sharing your business card to anyone in the world, that card that goes directly into their library. You know, if they want to delete it after, that's completely up to them, but that's got no environmental impact at all. Yeah. So
definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, only the servers.
Only the servers, but we're talking like very, very, very minimal memory space. And now that everything's based in the cloud in this new app update that we've got, all business cards and data are saved directly onto the app. Onto the cloud, sorry. So. It's just even more convenient for users, really, which other competitors haven't got. So,
that makes a little sense. Okay, so you are testing the app on what was the service again? Flat app? No.
Test Flat.
Test Flat.
Yeah.
And what happened next? Well, how was the feedback?
What I tried to do was to try and break the app, really. So
QAing it,
So if the app was, failing on certain features, or I could find bugs, then we'd go back to the development and say these points need redoing because there's a bug, which is the beauty of Test Flat, really, because you can identify the bugs and rectify them before they go live to the public.
Exactly, yeah.
So I think once you're using an app in that kind of format in real time, you can actually identify, actually, do you know what? It might be better if we move that there because it's better UX. It's better experience for the user.
Definitely.
Or if we change that color to that color, or move that icon there and there, it's just a lot more easier to identify improvements when you're actually using the app rather than a flat image.
And also when you share it with other people, that's what I also found out, that sometimes for me, the app is clear and how it works is clear, but the moment I show it to someone else, they'll be like, I don't get this. I don't get this button. I don't get this. So did you also do that?
Yeah, so that was the main reason, really, why we added the walkthrough feature in our new app update. So there's 5 slides which point out the features of how to use the app. I mean, our app is very easy to use, which was probably the core selling point for us really was to make an application which was easy to use. And I used my dad actually as the test dummy because he's very tech. He's not very good with tech. So if he can use it, then most people will be able to use it.
Yeah. I think, by the way, I completely subscribe to what you just said in the beginning. I also didn't have any onboarding, and it made such a big difference to add the onboarding slides. I think it reduced the uninstall rate by, 30% or something. So it's definitely something that if people are trying to build an app, that's something to consider for sure.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, if you're looking to build an app, I think user experience is like the number one priority.
Yeah, definitely.
Hence why if people had a look at our homepage compared to, Camcard or Avi card reader, it's worlds apart. And we've done that on purpose because, it's a two-touch process to get in wherever you want to be in the app.
Yeah,
which is really important.
That's very important. Okay, so now you iterated over the app and you decided it's ready to go to the stores.
Yeah.
And is it only Android or also iOS, by the way?
So it's Android and iOS.
Okay.
We've done that on purpose, obviously, because business cards are used by 99.9% of people in business.
Right.
So it was important for us to be available on both.
Okay, makes sense. So you released it in both. How was it? Did you share it only in your network? Did you try to do some ads since you have the background also in marketing? How was it?
Yeah, so everything was done organically. So even to this day, we've not spent a penny on marketing.
Okay.
Which was good for me because obviously my background was in marketing, so that helped me a lot. And we just published it out on social media. We've got a very good social media following, and we're very engaging as well.
Which platforms, by the way?
So Instagram, LinkedIn, and Facebook.
And which one worked best?
I think our best one at the moment is probably LinkedIn, mainly because it's a business platform, and most people on there would find benefit of using Contapp, which we've obviously discovered. Everything's been organic, and just sharing it on social media. We've had quite a lot of people contact us to write guest blogs, so write about our article, write about Contapp in their articles. We're looking to do more partnerships, but I think one of the main things for us as well was getting people on the app and trying the app for themselves. The app was completely free to use the moment we launched to about 2 weeks ago when we launched the app update. So there's still a free plan there.
I noticed.
We've got premium plans there as well, which are very affordable. Our most expensive premium plan is £2.49 per month. So you can't even get a coffee in London for that.
That's great that you were able to get users and downloads without spending a penny. That's really amazing.
Yeah, and I think that says a lot about our platform, really.
So you started to having your first users, and how did you manage the feedback? So I guess, do you have any analytics?
Yeah, so we've got quite a bit of analytics. We've also started a new Discord community as well, where users can come on board, share their feedback. And also, it's more of a hub to share knowledge and gain knowledge from other users as well about business, startups, content ideas, as well as feedback for Contapp. So we've kind of created a community where everyone can benefit.
How do you bring people to that community, also in social media?
The community is completely free to join. It can be accessed via our social media networks, our website, or within the app itself. There's a button for community. But what's special about our startup is that we encourage our users to kind of be on board our startup journey to shape our platform. So all their feedback comes on board and is verified for the next app update. Just to give you an idea, about 95% of the new features in this latest app update was from user feedback.
That's great. Yeah,
we're very user-centric, and everything we do at Contapp has our users in mind, their data security, and also the planet. They're like our three main pillars really for Contapp.
Yeah, definitely. I can also subscribe to that. I'm always collecting feedback and using that for my own app.
I think you need to really, because if you don't do that, then essentially you're just building an app for yourself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like you need to bring on that feedback, and that's one of the key things really for people looking into getting into this space, is to try and engage your users into development as much as possible.
I would like to understand then. Okay, you are iterating over the app. You already have kind of your marketing channel set up.
Yeah.
What you already also have a business model, by the way. Do you want to also quickly describe it? How does it work?
Yes. So Contapp works as there's three main benefits of it really. It works as a digital business card, a business card scanner, and also a business card manager.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if you've got a stack of business cards, you can scan them into the app and manage and use them digitally via your smartphone.
Yeah.
So, as I mentioned before, we're always developing our app with new ideas. We're looking to integrate the likes of LinkedIn, Google Calendar, Slack, Zoom, Microsoft Teams, Calendly. So Contapp is pivoting more towards being a personal business hub rather than your average business card scanner, because there's a million business card scanners out there, but there's not one that does all three like ours. So.
And then you are introducing premium features, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's right. So in the premium plans, there's three levels. There's one for £2.49 per month. There's a 6-month plan for £9.99. Mm-hmm. There's a 12-month plan for $15.99.
Right.
So that works out at like 46% saving. It's like £1.30 per month if you do it for the year. And we've done that on purpose, really, because we don't think something like this should be expensive.
Did you already get your first customers, paying customers?
Yeah, so we've had, I'd say about 10%, or about 10 to 15% of our users are now on premium plans.
Wow!
Within about three weeks of launching premium plans.
Wow, that's amazing.
So
really
now we just need to push it more and show everyone that there's no tricks to this. It's literally as simple as a new solution, a digital solution to managing and using business cards.
And I have to be honest, I tried it out. I used it with a business card I had here, and it was actually a weird one, and it still caught up most of I got the email, got the number, the name, got everything, and then it was quite easy for me to just change whatever needed to be changed. And so the app worked great, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, thanks.
My question is, I was also going through the Play Store, and I saw that you already have amazing reviews.
Yeah.
And there's also some haters. I guess everyone has haters. I would just want to ask you, how do you deal with that? Do you care too much about it? How does it make you feel? How do you manage those?
Yeah, sure. So I'd say we actually done a measurement. 94% of all of our reviews are 5 stars.
Wow.
So we're not very, an uncommon thing is to have a bad review, which is good for us, obviously. But, as you can't get 5 stars every single time.
Yeah.
And the way we approach them is, not to be negative about it. You kind of want to understand why they've given you a 1 star or, a 3 star or whatever, and try and help them with why they've done that kind of thing. I know that out of, I think there's about 4 or 5 which are 3 stars or under, and I know that 2 of them are competitors, which you can't do nothing about that. That's just the name of the game kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean that's great for you though. If your competitors are already trying to trash you somehow, it means that you are doing something good, right?
Exactly, you must be doing something right. And I mean, if you actually typed in Contapp in the App Store, we've actually got one in particular which has tried to copy our app.
Really?
Which we're in legal disputes with at the moment, and Apple have actually put an email together today to say that they're going to be removing it. So yeah, you get that when you're doing well, you get people trying to take you down and copy you. But in terms of bad reviews, you kind of need to take as like constructive criticism and try and understand why they've given you that. Not to get angry, not to get defensive, but to be like, thanks for your reviews. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Exactly.
Can you give me a bit more understanding of why you've given us that review for us to rectify and make your experience better?
Definitely. I mean, I know it's hard. It's your baby, right? You build it, and if someone is somehow writing a bad review is like they are insulting you or something. But yeah, you have to treat it professionally and try to understand if there's something you can make better. Otherwise, just apologize and continue.
Sure. There's been a couple of times where they've given a bad review, they've explained the detail or the reason, and then it's actually become a reason on their side, like it was their fault for putting a wrong password in or not clicking the right button, and then they've actually changed that to a 5-star and they've been like, oh, really sorry for doing that, blah blah blah. So people sometimes need a bit of education on how to use the app. So it's not something you should get defensive about, really. Although sometimes you do have to bite your tongue and breathe and then reply. That's always good, a good common practice.
Yeah. What are the next steps for Contapp?
Yeah, so the next steps are to partner with more with more networking events. We're actually in talks with some CRM companies now to integrate our technology into their platform as like an extended feature.
Cool.
So for example, if you've got a CRM platform, your users would scan a business card at an event, for example, and that data would feed into your CRM platform in real time. Wow. So instead of collecting all the cards, waiting the day at the event, going home, sleeping, wake up, get back to the office, and then manually log all that data in the CRM. That's quite a large chunk of time being wasted.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Whereas with this, you'd scan your business card, it goes straight to the CRM platform, and people in the office will be able to action it straight away.
And that's great because then you can also sell the app to companies, and I guess that's
exactly that. As a license or
exactly
as just an extended feature, and it removes the mistakes like typos as well. And obviously time,
of course.
But the big thing for us would be integrations, like I mentioned earlier. So LinkedIn, Slack, the softwares that business professionals are using on a daily basis, so that everything's done within Contapp through business cards, and then action through Zoom, create meetings on Google Calendar, etc. So we've got a pretty exciting roadmap.
Definitely. Yeah, Giuseppe, it was amazing talking with you. I think we could just talk for hours, but we are reaching our time here. But I will add everything related to Contapp to the description of this episode so that you can just go and check it out. Install the app, is amazing. I installed it and so far it's working great. I'm very excited to see also the new updates that they are coming up. And good luck. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. And if anyone's listening and would like more information, just add me on LinkedIn, Giuseppe Milazzo. Follow us on social media, Contapp, and obviously download our app for free on Android and iOS. I'll be more than happy to give you a trial or anything like that. Just let me know. And thanks a lot, Tiago, for this opportunity. Carry on with what you're doing because the podcast's great, and I look forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you so much. This was another episode of Wannabe Entrepreneur. See you tomorrow.
Cheers. Bye-bye.